I think our freshman class responded pretty well to the injuries that we had. We lost Marielle Jenkins in the fall, and she's our fastest, feistiest defender who closed ground on the double teams. And Lauren Tompkinson stepped right in, and then Alexa Buckley came in. We had originally planned on playing them in the midfield, but had to shift them down into the defensive unit. And I thought they did the defensive style changed, but they did a great job playing team defense and turning into very good mark-up defenders. I think they're just pretty steady. I mean, we're not quite sure how to start the game yet, and I think that's something we'll mature into next year. Also says something about our practices. I think that we need to start practice a little bit faster, a little bit harder, so that's something I need to focus on for next year. But, these kids are resilient and they're tough. I mean, the injuries to Marielle and then also Michaela, who I didn't mention, probably one of our toughest, smartest players. I thought the kids, they respond well to adversity, and they're gritty, so they just keep chipping away. And I think at times we're down by 5 and we're able to rally and come back and just, most teams will throw caution to the wind and just start bombing to the cage, which they always fight back, but I thought they were smart about the way they did it. They would chip away versus trying to get it all back at once. Well, it's funny, when you lose at the end of the season, we were so close to making the NCAAs that I can't wait for next season to start. We lose Sam, and she's been a quiet leader in the defensive unit, and we're going to have to make sure that we take care of that. We have a very strong senior class rising with great leadership ability in that class, and I think we need to be careful to make sure that the junior and sophomore class is also developing those leadership skills. But I think one of the things about the Ivy League is the rules are limiting, and your ability to get out of the gates early can be limited by your age. So I'm hoping now that we are heavier on the older side, we'll have a junior and senior class that's pretty experienced, that we'll be able to, those 1-goal losses at the beginning of the season, that hopefully we're going to be able to flip those and put ourselves in a better position down the road for the Ivy tournament and the NCAAs. There's small things. I mean, I think at the end of the season as a coach, you always break down what you think you could have done better. I mean, in the back of your mind, you think about the kids and what they need to do to improve and what they need to do as individuals. But ultimately, I think we need to find, as a coaching staff, a better way to start games. Like, we should start those games better and then have a lead and then build on the lead. I think I take away that this group was remarkably resilient. They get along really well. They treat each other well. They practice hard. They have a lot of talent and a lot of potential. And our job from here on out is to make sure that potential keeps developing and the talent keeps growing. I think, I don't know, just watching the kids storm the field after they beat Dartmouth the second time. Izzy scoring against Virginia is unforgettable. There are just so many little things along the way, and they might not even be on the field, and they could be in the locker room or practice time. This group was just fun. Half the time after a game, they'd be dancing in the locker room, and it just makes you laugh and smile. They're a lot of fun to be around and a lot of fun to work with, and hopefully we'll be able to continue that into the future.